MG India has added another feather to their cap, and this one actually has some brain. Launched to compete with the Hyundai Creta, Kia Seltos, Volkswagen Tiguan, Skoda Kushaq, Nissan Kicks and the Maruti Suzuki S-Cross, MG aims to have a fair share of this highly lucrative segment with some unique features and an excellent value for money proposition in the form of the Aster. And with those two stupid eyes staring at you all the time and a host of driver assist features that are actually quite capable, the Aster certainly has what the customers really want. So does it actually have the thing to put up a tough fight against the Creta and Seltos, or is it just another competitor doomed for oblivion? This is the MG Aster review. So the variant of the Aster we are driving today is the 1.3 liter 3-cylinder turbo petrol, good for 140 horsepower and 220 Newton meters of torque. This is the automatic variant which gets a 6-speed torque converter gearbox. What immediately comes to your notice is that the engine is pretty smooth with virtually no turbo lag. This might disappoint those looking for that sudden rush of power, but for city driving conditions, this is a boon. Gear shifts from the 6-speeder are also smooth, albeit a bit slow, which makes up for a smooth, relaxed progress. Steering is typically MG, which means it's feather light at crawling speed that will surely make parking the Aster a breeze. Suspension of the Aster is also set up on the softer side, that means bump absorption at slower speeds is first rate. Large windows and a good driving position also aid excellent all-round visibility. Talking of the handling aspect, well, that is also typically MG, which means that you get a softly sprung car that will unnecessarily roll into the slightest of the corners. Steering feedback is also non-existent, which doesn't help either. Out on the highway though, the engine surely shines. It has ample amount of power for those sudden overtakes and the gearbox also responds reasonably well, although as mentioned earlier it is a bit slow. Another major disappointment is the sense of speed in the Aster. Even sitting at around 95 km per hour, I got the sensation of being at around 120 km per hour. The soft suspension is surely to be blamed here. So high speed stability, well, it is not a very strong forte of this car. And then on the unmarked roads, the driver assistance features are basically useless, although the assurance coming from the mere presence of that safety net is highly satisfying. Talking of the exterior details, well, there is not much to talk about. It is the same as the ZS EV that has been around for quite some time, which means that it is longer, wider and taller than its Korean and German rivals. It's got that spider web-like grille and the design of the LED headlamps is also pleasing, and the side badging screams V8 power. And yes, the turbine-inspired machined alloy wheels also look very good. At the rear, you get LED treatment for the tail lamps in addition to the bold Aster badging in the middle of the boot lid. A panoramic sunroof is also a welcome addition. The cabin of the Aster is certainly a nice place to be in. You'll be surprised to find VW Group parts here like the steering wheel, some buttons across the cabin, and I doubt that even the central AC vents come from Volkswagen only. The quality is hard to fault. You get soft touch material on the dashboard top that feels premium. The center of the dashboard is also finished in leather, that is also a very nice touch. Although the door pads do feel scratchy and plastic in comparison to the rest of the cabin. So overall the cabin is nicely finished and a well built place to be in. And this is something to pass your time in those long halting traffic jams. The front seats are also well finished in soft leather and are extremely comfortable with good cushioning and superb overall support, making long journeys less of a chore. They can also fit large frames pretty well. The rear seats though disappoint. Aster has the shortest wheelbase and it shows here. Legroom isn't in abundance, although the cushioning is pretty good. The EV roots of the Aster also show up here, and taller people will find the seating position a bit knees up. Although good width of the Aster means that 3 people can be seated in reasonable comfort. And yes, the rear seat passengers get 2 cup holders in the armrest and AC vents also. So, should you buy the MG Aster or not? Well, it's a definite yes. It's got good amount of features, it's got good safety, it's got many features that are first in class, it's got good engine, it's got a generally reliable torque converter automatic transmission, and apart from the rear seat positioning, there's not much to fault in the car. So if you're planning to buy the MG Aster or if you're planning to buy an SUV in that range, MG Aster definitely deserves a good look. So that's all for today. See you again.